Now that we've covered how to get records in the various databases, it's time to explore how to collect those records into an event environment. As stated in the intro video, events are treated as a collection of records. Events have venues, vendors, clients, tasks, and more. Therefore, it's quite important to have records to assemble. To create an event, click on the Add Event button from either the dashboard event list or the top-level event table interface. These buttons will open a modal with a form to create a new event. The base amount of information needed to create an event record is a name and a date. If your event is a one-day event, only a start date is needed. But should your event span multiple days, it's best to enter a start and end date. There's also a field for guest count, which is not required. When you create an event and enter the record, you'll see a new submenu of event screens appear in the main navigation panel. Each of these screens has a particular function and numerous elements. This series of event videos will take you through them all and show you how the EVA app keeps track of the various facets of event production. The first and primary screen once you enter the event environment is the event overview. This is where you assemble many of the key features of an event, such as event details, vendors, client, venue, and event-specific tasks. Each of these features has its own section or card and is linked to the appropriate database. First, you'll see the event details, which encompasses the event date, time, and number of guests. To edit this information, click on the pencil icon in the top right corner of the card and update the information in the modal. The next card is the vendor card. Here is where you assign vendors to an event, and each vendor has quick links to their contact information. To add a vendor to an event, select a vendor from the Assign a Vendor dropdown. The list of vendors is populated by the records in your database, so it's critical to remember that you must create your vendors first. This list will only populate vendors that are currently active in your vendor database. When you select a vendor, the form automatically submits and will add the vendor to the list. If the vendor has contact information in the database, the hot links to their email and phone numbers will be active. You can add multiple vendors by continuing to select them from the Add Vendor dropdown, now located in the top right corner of the card. To remove a vendor, simply click on the X next to the vendor name. This does not delete the vendor from the database or do anything to the record itself. It simply removes the vendor from the event. Much in the same way that vendors behave, clients, the next card in the environment, behave similarly. To add a client to an event, simply select a client from the Select a Client dropdown and the form will automatically submit and assign the client to the event. In the New dropdown, which appears in the top right corner of the card, you can switch the client or remove them altogether. The next card is the Venue card. Select a venue from the dropdown, and, again, the venue will be assigned to the event. When a venue is assigned, the card updates to include a Google map with the venue's location and displays the address and any contacts associated with the venue record. You can change or remove the venue via the drop-down menu in the top right corner of the card. The final card on the event overview screen is the task card. This card will show all tasks assigned to the event, in chronological order from first due to last. You can create a new task by clicking the button in the top right corner of the card and completing the form. Any task created from within an event will automatically be assigned to that event, and the list of people available to assign the task to will be filtered to only include members of the event team. Just as tasks do on all other displays, if the task is past due, its date will be shown in red. There are two buttons in the rightmost column of the task table, one to go to the task detail page and the other to mark the task complete. As you can see, having complete records in your databases makes assembling an event quite easy and makes the event screens a very powerful tool to stay organized and share information. This concludes our event overview video. Thanks for watching, and please click through the other videos for in-depth looks at the various facets of the platform.